Hi guys, welcome to this pick a card reading. We're going to do what message do you most need to hear right now. So we've got 3 decks for you to choose from today. First one is the Wild Unknown Tarot. Group number 2 is the Nefertari Tarot. And group number 3 is the Lunar Soul Tarot on the end there. So I'll just give you a little minute to decide which deck you feel most drawn to, and then we'll jump into your reading. I'm just moving my chair a bit closer if you can hear those strange noises in the background. Okay. Alright, let's move these out of the way. Alright, so hi Group 1, if you chose the Wild Unknown Tarot, this is going to be your reading today, and we're just going to find out what message you most need to hear right now. So just shuffle the cards a little bit more. What message does Group 1 most need to hear right now? So this is the first card coming up for you, is the Magician. There. What message does Group 2 most need to hear right now? Okay, here we go. We've got the Son of Pentacles or the Knight of Pentacles. One more card, please, for group number 1. What message do they most need to hear right now? And the Two of Pentacles as well. Okay, let's just move these up a little bit. Got some leaves. I normally bring like a rose or something from my garden, but we're kind of getting into winter now, so I don't have any roses. Just leaves. So anyway, okay, let's get into this. So starting off here with the Magician card. I like this energy for you, Group 1. This is from the Major Arcana. The Magician is all about like leadership and kind of stepping into you know, like stepping into your power basically. So you can see he has like the sword, pentacle, the cup and the wand there. That's kind of to represent that he has like all of the tools and skills and knowledge that he needs to you know, basically achieve or manifest whatever it is, whatever goals or ambitions that he's like working towards. So, and you can see with this like kind of sunburst behind him, it's a very powerful kind of card. So this is good because it's like this is the kind of energy that you're embodying right now, or if you don't feel like you are, there's a potential for you to kind of step into this, and it's really about kind of taking charge and deciding, you know, what you want to focus on, where you want to put your energies, and just really going for it. And because it's the Magician as well, so there's that kind of magical associations. There's a lot of it's a lot to do with like intention as well, so being really clear on what exactly it is that you want, you know, what you want to achieve, and then just really like going for it. But it's important to have that clear intention, because sometimes we think we know what we want, but if you're not clear and your intention isn't clear, then you know, it can be really difficult to actually create that or manifest that or make it happen, just because it's almost like subconsciously you're not kind of 100% all in, if you like. So this is about really putting it in, you know, having that clear intention and then putting all of your energy towards whatever, you know, goal or desire you are most wanting to kind of achieve or manifest or attract right now. So that's a great card to start off with. And then for your second card here, you have, I feel like this card's been coming out quite a lot, so I don't know if you've watched any of my other videos, maybe this has come up for you quite a bit, but the Knight of Pentacles is really, the Knights are all about communication and movement forward, but with the Knight of Pentacles, because the Pentacles are associated with Earth, and they're basically very slow moving, they really take their time, but they're also, you know, at the same time, they're very kind of like reliable and dedicated and hardworking. So with the Knight of Pentacles here, coming up as the second card, I see this as like advice to kind of help you with whatever it is that you're like manifesting or creating with the Magician here. It's like the Knight of Pentacles is basically saying the best way for you to do that, to achieve whatever it is that you're wanting to achieve, is to kind of put like slow and steady effort into it. So it's not gonna happen like overnight, it's not something that you're going to be able to do in just one day, but it's something where if you keep putting in persistent effort, a little bit of effort like every day or every week, whatever, and just keep working slowly but surely towards your goal, because that's the energy of the Knight of Pentacles. He's really, like I said, he's not fast moving at all, but you know, he gets there because he's so determined, and he just, you know, keeps kind of putting one foot in front of the other. So that's kind of your advice here, is like keep putting the effort in, keep being persistent, and just kind of keep hold of your determination to achieve whatever it is that you're looking to achieve. And that's kind of the approach that's going to help you the most. If you try and sort of like rush in and you know, especially with this Magician energy, because it's such a powerful energy, you might be feeling like you're really kind of raring to go or whatever, and you want to just like get on with it, but like I was saying, it's probably whatever this goal or dream or whatever is, it's probably something that you are not going to achieve overnight. It's something that you'll have to keep putting in, like I said, a little bit of effort every day or whatever, and over time you will actually be able to create this or manifest this, but it's just going to take some time. So that's the Knight of Pentacles. And then your final card here with the Two of Pentacles. So this could very well be something to do with like a job or career, or you know, something like that, that's very like very much to do with like your material physical world, because you've only got 3 cards, and you've got 2 Pentacles cards coming here, and the Pentacles, like I said, they're associated with the earth, so it's like everything material and physical and kind of practical, like real world stuff. But it doesn't have to be a career thing, you know. It can be, it could be, say for example, that you are wanting to like manifest a relationship into your life that's, you know, you want it to be something that's like stable and reliable and, you know, a part of your kind of everyday or day-to-day like existence. You don't want just, you know, because if it was like a lot of cups or wands coming up here, then maybe we'd be talking about a lot of emotions or passion. But with the Pentacles, it's something that you want to create physically, you know, in your physical life. It's like you want the, you know, material evidence. You want it to be like here and now. So with the Two of Pentacles, there's obviously it's a 2, so there's a big theme of like balance, and especially with this, I forgot the word, but this infinity symbol there in the middle. It really, kind of draws my attention to that, and it's balance is quite an important theme. So I kind of see it in two ways, like, a need to try and remain balanced in whatever you're doing as you're like working towards this. So again, there could be a temptation to like put all of your energy into this one thing, whatever it is, whether it's a project or a career or a relationship, because you have this like passion, and this kind of, the magician is like I said, he can make us feel like we're really raring to go and just want to like throw everything kind of into this one aspect of your life. But with the Two of Pentacles, it's like really encouraging you to try and do this in a more balanced way, and take your time, and make sure that you're not sort of neglecting other things in your life as well at the same time. And you might have to, there might be some element of kind of juggling this. So it could be something that you're doing on the side of like your day job or whatever. It could be that there's like a need to build up some new skills or whatever before you can kind of move forward with this. So that's why I say there might be this element of kind of juggling different things in order for you to actually reach whatever your goal or objective is, whatever this desire is. But as long as you kind of stay balanced while you're doing that, then again, with the magician, you have all the sort of tools and knowledge and skills to make that happen, but it's just a need to like take your time, and really try and do it in the most balanced way that you can, so that you're not neglecting other areas of your life while you kind of go after this dream or ambition, whatever it might be. So I hope that makes sense and resonates for you, group one. I'm going to grab you very quickly from the, I don't know if you can see that, Work Your Light Oracle card deck. We're going to see if we can get you a final advice card for group one, please. So final advice for group number one. What message do they most need to hear right now? Message for group one, please. These are a little bit harder for me to shuffle because they're quite big, so try not to drop the cards. Come on, one more advice card for group one, please. Come on. I don't know why sometimes the cards come out very quickly, but this one, just take one more piece of advice for group one, please. it really taking a long time? Okay, here we go. Interesting. So here we got for your advice card, you got Pillar of Light. Don't know if you can read it very well. Let's try and get it close for you. There you go. Your vibration is rising. You are the Oracle. So to me, I'll pop that here so you can see it. This card is really talking about kind of, and it sort of ties in with the Magician card a little bit as well, because it's really talking about kind of trusting your own sort of guidance, your own, you know, it says you are the Oracle. So you know, you might be quite in tune with your intuition, but you don't, you know, necessarily have to be like super psychic or anything like that. It's just talking about really coming into that kind of trust of your own, you know, your own like inner wisdom, and allowing your, you know, your own inner guidance and inner wisdom to like help guide you and help you sort of find your way. So, and again with like the Two of Pentacles and that need for like balance and taking your time, you know, I think the kind of advice for you here is to just really you know, not kind of rush into things, don't kind of push yourself too hard, but just kind of allow things to unfold, you know, keeping the effort in and keep working away towards whatever it is that you want, but just kind of allow yourself to really be guided by, you know, your own internal wisdom, and sort of don't allow other people's opinions or, you know, what they think you should be doing to sort of sway you too much, because with this, you know, Pillar of Light, you are the Oracle. This is really about, you know, like I said, coming into that trust of your own higher wisdom, your own, you know, and just really, yeah, really trusting yourself, and that you will kind of find the right path for you. So I hope that makes sense, Group 1. I hope it resonated for you. If you want to enter my monthly competition, or learn how to book a free reading, book a reading with me, or learn how you can win a free reading if you enter the competition, all that stuff is in the description box down below. So thank you for joining me, and I hope I see you again. Thanks, Group 1. So hi, Group 2, if you chose the Nefertari Tarot, this is going to be your reading. We're just going to ask, what message do you most need to hear right now? So let's see what comes up for you, Group 2. What message does Group 2 most need to hear right now? Okay, interesting. First of all, we have the Temperance card. What message does Group 2 most need to hear right now? Okay, and the Knight of Swords is coming up as your second card. One more for Group number 2, please. What message does Group 2 most need to hear? Alright, and we have the Three of Pentacles. So, okay. Hopefully you can see those. Alright, it's a little bit, they're kind of shiny, so it's a bit hard to see. But hopefully you can see them. Okay, alright. So starting off with the Temperance card, this is quite a beautiful major arcana card here to start off with. So Temperance is all about, it's a lot to do with like healing and balance. As you can see, she has these like two huge wings here. So in a lot of sort of traditional decks, there is an angel depicted on the card. So she has these kind of big, almost like angel wings here. So there is a lot of like healing, and especially kind of like spiritual healing that's associated with this card, but really that doesn't have to be, you know, specifically related to your spirituality. It could just be like some very deep healing on like an emotional, spiritual level, where, you know, you're like coming back into balance and sort of like finding, you know how people say like finding your center. It's like that. It's like kind of coming back to who you really are, and sort of releasing from the past, releasing pain and like things that have held you back. So balance is a very important, it's like very important association with this card as well. So this is like the energy that you're already in. So you're either going through a big healing, or you will be very soon, and you know, it's an extremely positive card. So it's just all about kind of you know I said finding balance, but it's like finding that balance by, you know, you're not kind of you're not doing things in like a brutal way, or, you know, like cutting off, you're not like burning bridges and, you know, that kind of thing. It's a very gentle kind of energy, very like, okay, well, how about if I, you know, spend a bit more time doing this, and, you know, maybe spend a bit less time doing this stuff that's like less enjoyable, or, you know, making me unhappy or whatever. And, you know, it's that very almost like bit by bit kind of finding the right, you know, just the right balance, just the right like mixture of you know, different elements in your life, so that you can really come to a place where you just, you know, feel at peace, essentially, because there's a lot of peace and harmony with this Temperance card as well, which is very beautiful. So I hope you're already feeling that, because it's a very nice energy to be in. And then for your second card here, we have the, I did say the Knight of Swords. So, and you can see he has like a scroll in his hand there. So the knights are usually associated with like communication and movement forwards, and with the Knight of Swords here as well, this can be quite quick communication, but the swords especially, I mean the swords in general are also associated with communication, but they're especially to do with like kind of clarity and the intellect, and like anything mental, you know, that real like mental connection with other people, kind of understanding and connecting with other people on that mental level, and a lot of clarity and truth. So usually when we have a card coming up in the second position here with these three cards, I like to think of the second card as kind of advice for you, like how you can kind of make the best of this situation. So for you, I would take this as a real encouragement to kind of express your truth and let people know, like people around you, people in your environment, loved ones, excuse me, kind of don't be afraid to be really honest about how, you know, how you're feeling, where you are, because maybe with this Temperance energy here, you might have made some changes, or you might feel like you need to make some changes, or you might be a kind of person who has a tendency to sort of kind of just keep quiet, not because you are hiding anything, but it's more kind of like keeping the peace through, you know, not kind of bringing things up, or, you know, just sort of keeping quiet, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but, you know, we can't do that all the time, because you really do need to have that freedom and space to express yourself and kind of allow yourself to be seen and allow your truth to be heard. So I do feel like this is quite a strong encouragement for you to really speak your truth. You might be getting some more clarity and just like insight into, you know, kind of how you want to move forwards. And like I said, if you have made changes, or if you do need to make changes so that you can feel more at peace, and more in that like harmony sort of energy of the Temperance, then, you know, the Knight of Swords here is like encouraging you to just don't be afraid to be kind of open and honest about that, if that's what you need to do, and sort of let your truth, you know, shine, kind of let your don't be afraid to be honest about how you're really feeling and what you need. So yeah, it looks like you might be getting some extra clarity coming in. And your third card here is the Three of Pentacles. So this is card really talking about like cooperation and like teamwork and building things with others. So I feel like it's maybe with this Knight of Swords that there's maybe a need to like clear the air a little bit with, it could be like some friends or co-workers or family, you know, whoever, but just so that you can feel like happier, more at peace, and there can be more harmony. And then this is going to allow you to actually start creating and building with those connections. And the Pentacles are, you know, all to do with like the physical and material world. So, you know, being able to actually speak your truth and be honest about where you are at is going to allow you to actually create something very tangible and real in the physical world. And I mean, it could be anything. It could be like an art project, it could be something excuse me, at work that you're working on, a big project or something. It could be building relationships, like it could be anything really, but it's going to have these like tangible real world kind of results, because that's why we've got the Pentacles showing up here. And yeah, with it being a 3, it could just be with one other person, but it's more likely to be a group of people, just because the 3s tend to have that association with like 2 or more people, and you know, there is like a group dynamic and a group energy. But this is a nice card to have, because it's, you know, it's really about kind of laying those foundations and putting plans in place so that you can start really creating something together. But you obviously, and I would take this like main figure here to be like representing you, even if you're not a woman, that doesn't matter, but just pointing that out, because you know, it's very noticeable how she's like right at the front here, and she's kind of, you know, holding that big pentacle there. So it's like you're going to have a really valuable contribution to give to this. So it's really important that you are able to be quite honest and share that truth and that clarity that's coming in for you, because you have a significant contribution to like add to this, that's going to make it, you know, it's going to make it what it is. So I don't know what that, you know, like I said, that could be anything, but it's, I don't know, I get a kind of feeling that could be something quite exciting for you, group 2. So I hope that makes sense. I hope it resonates for you. I'm going to quickly grab you from my Work Your Light Oracle deck, see if we can grab you an advice card. It took a really long time for the advice card for group 1 to come out, so I'm hoping that it doesn't take that long for you guys. Let's just grab a final piece of advice, but I feel like your main message here is to really not be afraid to speak your truth and just be really honest and express that clarity and express those ideas and that truth that's coming in for you, like I said. So let's get another final advice for group number 2, please. Final advice for group number 2. Excuse me. Come on, final advice card for group number 2, please. Oh. Okay. And we have awakening, energetic upgrades, and a new way of being, integration. Okay, so that kind of makes sense because you have got the Temperance card here, which is talking about, like I said, talking about that, like healing and harmony and kind of like coming to a really peaceful place. So and like I said, you might have some clarity and some truth coming in, so you know, you kind of need to allow yourself a bit of time and space to like integrate that and to really just kind of allow yourself to like absorb those truths or those, you know, that clarity that's coming in, and just sort of allow it to happen. And you know, with awakening here, it's kind of like, it's almost like you're like reaching a new level of understanding, or you know, a new level of knowledge and truth that, you know, like I said, it's going to be probably really important to this project or whatever it is that you're going to be working on with other people. It's going to be really important that you're able to communicate that clearly. So with the awakening card as your advice, I would just take that as really allowing yourself like the time and space to really integrate all of this knowledge and truth and clarity that's coming to you, so that you can feel confident to like share that, and to just be really honest and clear. So yeah, I hope that makes sense for you, group 2. I hope that resonates. Let me know if it did down in the comments, and if you want to know how to enter my monthly competition to win a free reading, or you want to book a reading, all that info is down in the description box below. So thanks for watching, and I hope I see you again. Bye, group 2. Hi, group 3. If you chose the Lunar Soul Tarot, this is going to be your reading, and we're going to find out what message do you most need to hear right now. Oh, this is so funny. This just came out for group 1 as well. So Temperance in the same position. Let's see. We get a message, clear message for group number 3, please. What do they most need to know right now? Oh, and the Fool. You've got 2 major arcana cards coming out here. It's exciting. One more card for group number 3, please. What message do they most need to hear right now? What message does group 3 most need to hear right now? Oh wow. Oh, I don't normally say this, but group 3, I think you might have the best reading here in this video, so don't tell the other groups I said that. Okay, this is cool. This is the star. I don't think I said that. All right, so, and these are all major arcana, by the way, so that's kind of cool that they all came out. Your first card, Temperance, is really to do with like harmony and healing. You've got the rainbow here and like the sun, the moon, you know, that's really representing like the balance and harmony. And with Temperance, as I was explaining to group 2, so just quickly, if you did feel drawn to group 2 as well and you kind of weren't sure which group to pick, maybe you might want to go and watch that one as well. But there might be some messages in there for you. But yeah, so Temperance is really talking about kind of taking the approach of, like, you see the 2 different cups that this angel's holding here in his hands, like it's like mixing things and finding the right balance and kind of little by little, like just finding the right combination that's like just right, you know. So and again, you see he's got like 1 foot in the water and 1 is on land, so it's really about finding this kind of like special balance and sort of integrating all the different like aspects of yourself, all the different, even if they kind of might be quite conflicting in some ways. So I'll try and think of an example, like use myself as an example. So, you know, just use like a kind of a slightly light-hearted example, just to show what I mean. But like sometimes I can have a tendency to like maybe fall into like slightly perfectionist you know, tendency where I just want everything to be like just so, but then at the same time I'm very impatient and I want everything to happen like yesterday. So as you can imagine, those 2 like aspects don't necessarily always, you know, they can clash basically. But Temperance is about really kind of learning to accept all those different aspects of yourself and like come to peace with them and like integrate them into, you know, the greater whole of who you are as a person, as a spiritual being. You know, you're more than just your kind of body, so it's about just a lot of acceptance and a lot of healing. It's a really beautiful kind of energy to be in. So as I also said to group 2, hopefully you're already in this energy and you're already feeling it, but if you're not, then that should be something that you're coming into, you know, quite soon, because this is your very first card up here. And then with your second card we have the Fool, and I'd like to kind of look at the second card as a kind of advice for you. I just noticed right away how we have, and not all of the cards have this, so you've got the big sun here, but there's also like a bit of a moon up at the top there as well, and that's like a repeated, you know, we have the sun, the moon here on the Temperance card. So there's definitely coming into like greater balance between those. Maybe you might see them as like lighter aspects of yourself, or like aspects that you think are more kind of likable or more sort of presentable, and then there's also like these like darker or shadow aspects that maybe you don't feel as proud of. So like in my example, that would be, you know, being really impatient and not being able to like take my time over things. So you know, but there's definitely, definitely getting a big message of trying to come into a more balanced view of how you see yourself, and kind of recognizing that, you know, we need all of these aspects. You know, you can't just be one way, you can't just be, you know, not anything in life is completely sunny and happy all of the time. Like you know, we need the moonlight just as much as we need the sunlight. You know, they're both important, very important elements of, you know, the universe. So it's definitely, there's definitely a message here of like coming into greater acceptance of all the different aspects of who you are. But with the Fool here, the Fool is the very first card in the Major Arcana, and he represents brand new beginnings, you know, fresh chapters, like kind of quite an adventurous sort of energy, and, you know, like stepping out. You can see he's got that little like little knapsack thing on his stick, like, you know, he's like packing up and just hitting the road and kind of seeing where life's gonna take him. It's that kind of energy. So as I was saying, with this being the second card, I often look at the second card as like advice for how you can sort of move forwards. So this is definitely a big encouragement to like start a brand new chapter, you know, leave behind anything which you know is not working out or is not serving you anymore, and kind of don't be afraid to like take a bit of a leap of faith if you need to, and, you know, just start out on that brand new adventure and really kind of see where the new opportunities take you, basically. Because with the Fool, there's no doubt that you will have new opportunities and new doorways opening up for you. So it's just about being open to kind of walk through them. And, you know, like I said, sometimes with the Fool, it can feel like a bit of a risk, it can feel like a bit of a leap of faith. Excuse me. But you're definitely I definitely see this as an encouragement for you to take that leap and like go for it with these new opportunities here. And then you know, the Star and the Temperance actually have quite a bit in common. I feel like the Star card on the end here again is a lot to do with like healing and hope, and, you know, I always think of like wishing on a star as quite a kind of magical feel to this card. And I'm just looking at there's a little I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little butterfly there, you can see it hopefully, on that branch there, because quite often the Star comes up when we have been through some kind of transformation, and we have been through some like big changes. Oh, it's gone all blurry. And, you know, again, the healing like element is coming up again. So you might have been through quite a hard time and had to do a lot of work and a lot of, like I said, working on coming into acceptance of yourself and trying to come into balance with the different aspects of who you are. And the Star card here at the end, I think, is just really trying to give you that confirmation and that encouragement that, you know, there is a light ahead, a bright light ahead, and there is you know, going to be a lot of healing, a lot of peace for you. And if you've been kind of feeling like things are going wrong or not working out how you'd hoped, or, you know, I know for a lot of us, with just the strange circumstances of this year, it's been quite intense for a lot of people, and, you know, I do feel like this is just wanting to let you know that there is that kind of, don't lose hold of that hope and kind of faith that things are going to get better, because, you know, I mean, like I said, when I pulled the cards, you've got the best reading here. Like, this is really beautiful energy, and it's really like encouraging. It's almost like an encouragement to kind of follow your dreams, and you know, like I said, wish upon a star. It's almost like the sky's the limit kind of feeling with the star. It's like, you know, just almost anything can happen, anything that you can imagine or dream can happen, but you have to have the faith and keep believing, and like I said, hold on to that hope. So yeah, I feel like you might have, like I said, been through a bit of a tough time, but yeah, with the Fool here, you're definitely getting some new opportunities coming in, some new pathways opening up for you, that, you know, this reading here is encouraging you to pursue those and kind of see where they lead. And with the Star card on the end there, I feel like they're going to be leading somewhere pretty positive, it looks like, for you, group 3. So I hope that resonated and made sense. I just want to quickly grab you Work Your Light Oracle card, see if we can get a final piece of advice for you. But yeah, there's a lot of healing here, and kind of coming into harmony, coming into peace, and taking a brand new road, basically, with the Fool there. So let's get a final piece of advice for group 3 here, please. Oh, here we go. You've got deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. So yeah, again, like I said, there's so much healing happening here in this group. Whether it's that you know, you're just exhausted because you've been working really hard, or whether it doesn't feel like that. It feels something more. You know, it feels like deeper. So it could be something really very emotional. Like I said, really coming into acceptance of yourself and the different aspects of yourself. Maybe letting go of things that have, you know, like old pains, old wounds, old traumas. And obviously that's, you know, it's easy to say that, but that's not an easy thing to do. But it's like all of the cards here, I'm not seeing anything, you know, like negative or whatever. It's just this like incredible healing that's opening up these amazing new opportunities for you. And yeah, with this as your final advice, I feel like, you know, it's almost just like an encouragement to keep going with what you've been doing, and just allow that healing to happen, and you know, retreat, rest, be held. Just, you know, allow yourself that time and space, however long you need. You might feel like you've already been healing a lot and it's taking a long time, but, you know, look at the cards you've got. So you're headed onto this beautiful new path that's going to lead you to the star, full of hope and healing. So kind of keep going, and yeah, it's a very beautiful healing, replenishing kind of energy for you, group 3. So I hope you're feeling that very much, and I hope that resonated for you, group 3. Please do leave me a comment down below if it did. I'd love to hear from you. If you want to know how to enter my monthly competition to win a free reading, or if you want to book a reading or any of that stuff, it's all in the description box down below. And thank you very much for joining me. I hope I see you again next time. Take care.